A long time ago, in the vast kingdom of cyberspace, there lived a young and ambitious writer named Daniel. He aspired to fame and recognition, believing that the online world was the key to his dreams. Desperate to win over a large audience, he created a story that cools the soul, a story that makes its way through the digital tapestry of Twitter. Daniel's heart was beating frantically with excitement when he published his creation, accompanying it with the hashtag #DeadlyTale. He had no idea that he had unwittingly sent a curse on unsuspecting souls who dared to read his words. The story spread like a forest fire, captivating readers with its captivating narrative. But while each person was indulging in the forbidden pleasure of #DeadlyTale, a sinister force invaded their lives. It all started innocuously, with strange incidents that seemed unrelated. A flickering light here, a whisper in the darkness there, but as the curse plunged its claws deeper and deeper, the manifestations became more and more sinister. One by one, those who read Daniel's story discovered that their lives were rolling into a nightmare abyss. Sarah, a young artist, noticed that her paintings turned into grotesque and blood-soaked scenes straight out of her worst nightmares. Michael, an aspiring musician, discovered that the melodies he composed were riddled with dissonant notes that drove listeners crazy. Each victim is entangled in his personal horror, unable to get out of the vice of the viral curse. Desperate, they turned to Twitter in the hope of finding solace or answers, only to discover a growing community of those suffering from the same anger. When the cursed individuals united, they soon realized that the viral curse had healed from their own lives. It thrived on their fear, getting stronger with each retweet, like, and post. The very essence of their torment has now been transferred to the digital realm. Daniel, the involuntary creator of this chaos, watched with horror how, because of his innocent intentions, a monster out of his control was born. Consumed by guilt, he decided to save those who fell into the clutches of his creation. By exploring ancient texts and delving into the depths of forgotten folklore, Daniel discovered a glimmer of hope, a possible way to lift the curse. But the path to redemption would not be easy. With the cursed individuals, Daniel embarked on a perilous journey through the digital landscape, wandering the insidious corners of Twitter to find the truth that is escaping. They encountered evil entities, dark avatars hidden in the shadows, and a sinister whisper that mocked their every step. Time seemed to be twisting in this supernatural realm, and the curse was getting stronger and stronger. The boundaries between the digital world and the real world are blurred, and manifestations of horror invade their daily lives. However, the group continued to move forward, fueled by their common determination to escape the power of the viral curse. They discovered fragments of forgotten rituals and spells hidden in caches of little-known websites and ancient forums. In the final battle, Daniel and his companions found themselves in front of a digital abyss, where a viral curse is hidden, fed by their fears and despair. With their trembling hands, they cast a spell that had a power capable of mitigating the treacherous influence of the curse. A storm of darkness and light has descended, shaking the very fabric of the digital world. The curse withstood, resisting its imminent demise with all the inherent malice. But in the last act of collective bravery, Daniel and his allies destroyed the power of the curse. The viral curse has dissipated, melting into the digital abyss from which it originated. The cursed individuals were finally free, their lives no longer distorted by the story that trapped them. When the dust settled, the once cursed individuals emerged from the battle covered in scars, but transformed. They survived a darkness that few people could understand, and it changed them forever. Bound by a common ordeal, they have formed a close-knit community, offering each other support and comfort after their painful journey. As for Daniel, a young writer obsessed with his creation, he has vowed never to use his words as a weapon again. The viral curse taught her the true power of storytelling, a power that could either inspire and uplift, or bring unspeakable horrors down on the world. In the vast Twitter space where words have had a huge impact, the viral curse has become an instructive story, a reminder of the responsibility that comes when we share our stories in the interconnected tapestry of the digital age.
A long time ago, in the depths of the digital world, there lived a young woman named Emily. She had a thriving Twitter presence, and a significant number of followers clung to her every word. His tweets ranged from funny observations to personal anecdotes, attracting loyal followers. But one day Emily noticed something strange. Among her many followers was one mysterious account that stood out like a shadow in the night, @TheUnseenFollower. The account did not have a profile picture, biography, and not a single tweet. It was a mystery, quietly hiding in the chaos of the Twittersphere. Curiosity mixed with concern, Emily couldn't help but wonder who these mysterious students were and what their intentions might be. She clicked on their profile only to find a strange blank canvas on it. Intrigued but angry, she decided to dig deeper. As Emily scrolled through her timeline, she couldn't shake the feeling that @TheUnseenFollower was following her every move. It all started with subtle interactions, likes on his tweets, retweets of his witty sayings, but soon turned into something more disturbing. Late at night, when Emily was sitting alone in her dimly lit room, she received a notification from @TheUnseenFollower. The message was short and scary: "See you, Emily." Every tweet, every thought, every secret. Her heart was pounding as if a cold shiver ran down her spine. How could this faceless count know so much about her? The realization came by itself. @TheUnseenFollower gained access to her innermost thoughts, her deepest fears, her carefully guarded secrets. Fear squeezed Emily's heart, but curiosity pushed her forward. She needed to understand the extent of this invisible disciple's power. She dared to answer by tapping with trembling fingers, "Who are you? What do you want from me?" The seconds turned into minutes, and the minutes into an agonizing eternity, while she anxiously waited for an answer. Eventually, a message appeared on her screen that sent shivers down her spine. "I am the embodiment of your darkest desires and hidden fears. I want to see you unravel, Emily." His mind churned, wondering whether to break the bond with this evil presence or face it face to face. The latter prevailed over him, because his insatiable curiosity burned more than his fear. @TheUnseenFollower has become a regular participant in Emily's digital life, hiding in the shadow of her notifications. They sent encrypted messages, always one step ahead of his every move. Their acquaintance with her life became more intimate, revealing secrets that she thought she had buried deep inside herself. But the real horror began when @TheUnseenFollower's influence spread to Emily's physical world. Strange events haunted his daily life, objects moved by themselves, whispers echoed through his empty apartment, and a strange presence persisted in every room. Emily's once cheerful spirit has dried up under the weight of constant surveillance and supernatural torment. Her followers noticed the change, but she couldn't bring herself to share the true source of her despair. She was trapped by her own presence on the internet. As the days turned into weeks, Emily's mind teetered on the edge of insanity. Sleepless nights and incessant torment made her weak and vulnerable. His followers witnessed his descent into darkness, unaware of the sinister force that controlled his every action. Every day @TheUnseenFollower's grip got tighter. They reveled in his suffering, reveling in the chaos they caused. They knew her every move, every word she would utter, and every thought that tormented her mind. But Emily, driven by a desperate desire to be free, sought solace from her followers. She created tweets filled with hidden messages, calls for help hidden in digital fragments. She hoped that someone would see through the facade and come to her aid. However, his calls went unnoticed, lost among the sea of tweets. The shroud of her torment became her silent burden, a nightmare from which she could no longer escape. She was facing the final battle when Emily, driven to the limit of sanity, decided to face her invisible student face to face. She wrote a tweet, her fingers trembling with both fear and determination. "I won't be your puppet anymore. Release me from this torment or face the consequences." She hit the tweet button, sending her message into the abyss of cyberspace. Minutes turned into hours, and hours turned into an eternity of agonizing waiting. Finally, the deafening silence was broken by a notification. Emily's heart was pounding as she read @TheUnseenFollower's response. Do you dare to challenge me? Do you think you can escape? You belong to me, Emily. Forever. With a sinister laugh sounding in her mind, Emily's surroundings were plunged into darkness. The screens flickered and died, leaving her engulfed in an icy void. We never heard from her again. So, the signature of the unseen follower spread like wildfire through the digital world. A cautionary tale that reminds us that shadows are hiding in the vastness of cyberspace, invisible and waiting, ready to devour anyone who dares to play with fire.
A long time ago, in the digital realm of Twitter, there was a hashtag so sinister and mysterious that those who came across it had goosebumps down their backs. It was known as the hashtag the haunting hashtag, and its origins were shrouded in a dark mystery. The caption said that the hashtag was born from a cursed tweet sent by an exhausted soul, desperate for revenge. The tweet disappeared into the depths of the internet, but its evil energy persisted, manifesting itself in the form of the hashtag the haunting hashtag. The rumors about the hashtag spread on Twitterverse like a forest fire, intriguing some and frightening others. The more adventurous users who dared to explore its depths quickly discovered that the hashtag the haunting hashtag was much more than just a collection of scary stories or ghost tales. Once the user clicked on the hashtag, he was transported to a realm where the line between reality and the supernatural was erased. The tweets that emerged were obsessively captivating, attracting unsuspecting victims like moths to the flames. One rainy evening, a young woman named Megan came across the hashtag the haunting hashtag, innocently browsing her feed. Intrigued by stories of scary encounters and unexplained phenomena, she clicked on the hashtag and unknowingly opened the door to the kingdom of darkness. The first tweet she came across was from an anonymous user warning: beware of the rumors that follow. Once they find you, there will be no salvation. Hashtag harassing. Megan's heart was stabbed to death, but curiosity took over. Night after night, she plunged deeper and deeper into the icy tweets, plunging into stories of vengeful spirits, cursed artifacts and forgotten rituals. At every moment, Megan felt the growing anxiety spreading through her veins. Shadows danced in front of his peripheral vision and strange noises echoed in his empty apartment. One fateful night, while Megan was reading a particularly scary story about the haunted mirror, she noticed a movement in the reflection of her screen. Trembling, she turned to look back, but found nothing. Nervous, she returned her attention to the tweet, only to see the mention of her own username, @Megan, beware of the gaze of the mirror. He is thirsty for your soul. Hashtag harassing. Fears swept over Megan when she realized that the hashtag had become aware of her presence. Panic gripped his heart, but escape seemed impossible. Tweets with the hashtag the haunting hashtag followed her relentlessly, appearing on her calendar, even when she wasn't actively looking for them. Her sleep became restless as nightmarish visions haunted her in her sleep. The dark figures whispered sinister secrets in her ear, their icy breath coursing through her to the bone. Megan's once joyful spirit began to fade under the weight of the obsessive power of the hashtag. Desperate for answers, Megan turned to other people who were victims of the hashtag the haunting hashtag. She discovered a small community of survivors, each of whom could share their own painful experience. They united, exchanging stories and theories in the hope of unraveling the mysteries behind the cursed hashtag. A brave user named Alex claimed to have found a way out of his clutches. According to his research, the power of the hashtag the haunting hashtag would come from a dark ritual that could only be undone by a sacrificial act of solidarity. The survivors have made a pact, vowing to share their stories and spread information until the curse is lifted. As the horror stories multiplied, the number of affected users increased. Haunted tweets have become a digital epidemic, spreading fear and despair through Twitter. The survivors fought tirelessly, urging others to resist the charm of the hashtag the haunting hashtag so that they too would not fall victim to its evil grip. But freeing yourself from the influence of the hashtag has not been without consequences. Those who resisted faced ruthless attacks from anonymous accounts, nightmares and unexplained accidents. The price of escape was high and many paid for it with their minds or even their lives. Every day the survivors became weaker, their determination was at the limit. But they refused to give up, believing that their collective strength would eventually triumph over the dark power of the hashtag. Their fight has become a battle for the souls of those who have fallen into the trap, a digital war against an ancient evil that has found refuge on Twitter. The world outside Twitter's sphere of influence remained in blissful ignorance of the horrors unfolding inside. But the survivors vowed to continue their crusade, hoping to end the Kingdom of Terror once and for all under the hashtag the haunting hashtag. As the story of the hashtag the haunting hashtag continues to unfold, remember this instructive story, dear reader. Be careful with the hashtags that you come across, as they can contain much scarier secrets than you can imagine. And if you ever come across the hashtag the haunting hashtag, resist its charm and warn others, because the darkness it carries can engulf even